Yo guys, what's up? Welcome along to part 2 of this Sunday live here on the Chill Out Flight channel. And we are, like I said earlier on, we are going to do the return trip now from Kristiansand back up to Molde into northwestern Norway. We're on the ground, we've got a nice tower view this afternoon. Down here in Kristiansand we've got ORBX scenery for here, and we've also got ORBX up in Molde as well. Molde is quite an interesting approach, so we'll be having a look at that a bit later on. And you can see our plane down on the ground there. There it is. That is our A320neo, the fly-by-wire latest experimental version. And it's in the turnaround state from this afternoon. I haven't touched it. I left it alone. So it's completely the same way as we landed earlier. Hopefully we won't have any issues with the us not being able to slow down. And we should have a nice, decent flight. It is, like I said, I've just left it live time, live weather. And what we'll do is we'll hop on down into the aircraft. We'll get it set up. What we need to do is import the flight plan, get a bit of fuel, discuss our taxi and the departure out, and we should be good to go. So we'll whiz on down to the flight deck. I'll pop you in the full screen, and I'll see you there in just a sec. There we are. Hopefully that, yes, the overlay is correct. Everything else is good. Like I said, I left it turned around in the turnaround state even. However, live weather, has it been a pain again? Let's have a quick look at the weather. Should be live weather. Yeah, live weather. Good stuff. We'll go and turn on the fly pad again, and we'll get cracking. Like I said, we just need to load up the flight plan, get a bit of fuel, get some passengers on, and we'll get ourselves up and running. Hopefully we're not going to have the issues. Yo, Barry, buddy, how's it going, mate? Welcome along. Hope you've had a nice Sunday. Hopefully we'll get rid of any stutters that we had on the flight down this afternoon, because that was a bit annoying. Hopefully it should be good. Yeah, so this is clearly not live weather, because QNH 1039. But this is not. Oh, there we go, 1040 now. That's better. Good stuff. So it is live weather, like I said, and live time in the turnaround state. So we'll go and grab the flight plan, and we'll have a quick look at the fuel we need for this trip back up. So we need 5 tons, 5.1 tons. We'll take. Yo, Dr. Moose. Welcome along, mate. Hope you're doing well. A nice Sunday roast. And to be honest, Barry, I have just scoffed literally about 15 minutes ago a massive roast as well. I'm literally so full I can hardly move. Hence why sitting on a computer chair is a good thing to be doing right now. So we've got the fuel on, 6.5 tons. We'll just nip in the McDo and set up the flight plan, and hopefully we should be on our way pretty soon. There are Kristiansand up to Molde, 46-minute flying time. Not a long flight this evening. Just over an hour the flight time on the way down this afternoon, so not expecting to be much longer. And I do think we cut off a little bit of the routing compared to earlier on as well. There we go, 169 passengers, and they're all getting themselves loaded now. So let's go and do the init request and get that going as well. We are North Shuttle 2125. And cruising flight level 360 on the way back up. And we got a block fuel to go in, 6.5 tons. And 0 fuel weight. Can go in there. Just grab the alternate for our diversion airport, just in case we do muck up, which is 1.1 tons. 1.1 can go in there. And we'll just grab the wind as well. The wind hopefully should give us a little bit of a push. Yeah, plus 25. So I have a little bit of a tailwind going back up as well. Yeah, 25 knots. Excellent stuff. Let's have a look at this flight plan then. And the departure. And like I said, the arrival into Molde is quite something. It's got high terrain literally all the way around it as well. It's should be very nice arrival. So we're going to go off runway 03. And it's going to be the Tips 2 Alpha departure. Tips 2 Alpha. Back into Molde. We're going to go to the ILS 03. So it's going to be the ILS 07. And we're going to do, right, so there's the whiskey and the Yank and the X-ray. Let's have a quick look. Which one have we got in this plan? We have the Orbital 3 Lima 07, which will take us to Big Do. I'm just going to double check on the chart, see what the difference is, if anything. If we grab these extra charts up, let's have a quick look at the approach. Get them both up and have a look. So X-ray 07 is still Big 2, and then to VEXAP, which is the initial approach fix via VAP up. Big doing in, and then that one. Oh, I see, right. So it will be over the Tatra VOR, then back out again and join in. So that'll be a circling approach, I guess. NDB, yeah, to VAP up. So we're going to do the ILS X-ray will be the plan. X-ray and the Orbital 3 Lima via Bore Freak. What do I prefer? Well, scenery wise, for the scenery and graphics, definitely MSFS. Flight model will, I would have to say, would be X-plane. X-ray is going to go via VABUP and then VEXAP. Maybe they're both in there. Let's just pick, so that's going to be VEXAP. Let's go with that one. VEXAP. And we'll just check that, see if it looks half decent for the arrival in. Where we at? Let's go and skip through this a little bit. Up we go, straight to the northwest. VABUP, VEXAP, and then straight in centre fix, Big Do. And then, yeah, nice, decent long final after that. Cool, so that looks to be all good. Let's get the constraints on. We'll grab the initial departure clearance out of here, stop level. There we are, that's quite interesting. So, initial climb clearance is 5,000 feet. After, for the first kind of 7 miles, after this, we climb to our flight cruising level. So, we'll put 6,000 in, but we are going to go straight to flight level 360 after 7 miles on the runway heading. That'll be because there is some whopping terrain around around here. So 5,000 set, and we'll go and grab the performance calculator and just do this as well. So let's grab the stuff down here. So ENCN. Kristiansand, we're going to go off runway 3 or 03. Yeah, there we go. 0407 knots, 3 degrees outside, 1039. Anti-ice will be on. Takeoff weight is going to be in the inner page B, 66.4. Takeoff center of gravity is forward. Flex packs can be on. And there we go, there's our performance. So let's go and stick that in. So we're going to do flap 1 takeoff. Flex temp, quite low, 53 degrees. And we've got 32, 36, 39. 132, 136. And 139 to go in there. All good, and the thrust reduction is going to be 1041. Both into there, and then 1041 on the other side as well. There it is, all done. So flight plan is done. Init page A is done. Init page B. We've done the what's it called? I've forgotten now. Init press, weight and balance, flight plan, performance, and yeah, we're all tickety-boo with that as well. So just looks like a quick look at our taxi route out, and then yeah, Borfrick, that's I mean, I think I looked before, I've got about 115 gig worth of ortho for X-Plane. But I mean, for a sim like MSFS to bring it with the graphics straight out the box, more or less, would be good if the flight model was just as good as X-Plane. So anyway, take off. Let's have a look. There we are. 03 is not very long taxi. We can push back facing, well, facing east, I guess, isn't it? And then straight down and to, sorry, facing west. Straight down, Alpha, and we'll hold here, and taking off 03. So let's go and call the pushback, and let's get that planned. When it loads up, there it is. Let's just double check which way we're going to go. So if we go back here a smidge. So one there, and then we'll go back. Back something a little bit along the lines of that. I reckon that should do quite nicely. So we'll do that, and we'll call for the tug as well. Let's go and get a bit of light on the situation up there. APU bleed should be on now. Fuel pumps can come on. And we'll have beacon, strobes can come on. That should have been on. And so should that. Exactly, mix them two together, you got probably the perfect sim. Just have a look, see if we've got a tug. Where's tug? There he is, nicely underneath our front wheel. Cool. Oh, now we've got the stutters are back again. I wonder whether it's this, to be honest with you. I probably should have updated it.
You're cleared for start and push. Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brake is released.
Parking brakes are released.
And we'll get the engines going.
Sequence.
We'll have that to start, and we'll go with engine number 2. There goes the N2. We'll start that clock as well. So as far as we're concerned, we got, we'll just reset that rudder trim. Cockpit doors locked. Thrust idles both at level, thrust levers both at idle. The speed brakes are retracted, the flaps are at 0. We've got 5,000 sec, QNH 1014, which is all good. Borfrick, how long to flight? Not long, it's about 50 minutes at the most. That includes the arrival in as well. I can get rid of that. I wonder if that's causing that issue. Pretty good. We should be chasing the sun pretty much on the way up. Thought the further north we go, the lighter it'll be. There's a good start on engine number 2. Let's go with number 1. And we'll go and do a flight control check. as well. There we go, let's have a look. So elevators, we got full up, full down, neutral. Ailerons are full right, full left, neutral, and we'll do the rudders as well to make sure they haven't. They are full left and full right, neutral. So we'll just we'll do the rest of it. So we'll have predicted wind shear on. That can come on system 1, even though it's in up. We'll put it on. I'll just wait for that engine to start up. See how that pushback went pretty well. In fact, I would say that's pretty good pushback. So unless we're going to taxi straight ahead down here, the holding point for is Alpha just here. We'll set up there, get ourselves on the runway, and we'll get going. That's a good start on engine 1 as well. So let's get rid of the APU can come off, APU bleed can come off. That can go to taxi. And let's have, why not have the wing light on as well? Why not? Why not? TCAS, let's just do that. Squawk 2000. And I always forget to put that on the runway, so I'll put TARA on now. It's not like it's going to cause us any conflict at the minute. And we'll let's get going for the return trip. The parking brakes off, let's give it a bit of juice. And we should hopefully start to move. That can go back to norm. So we've got roughly 274 mile flight. Isn't too bad. Look at those stutters are back again. I wonder if it's that new pushback tool that's causing that issue. Oh, look what it's doing to me. Oh my god. I can't steer with it like that. Jeez. Wow. That is horrendous. It did that on the way down earlier on as well, so clearly something it's not happy with. Right, anyway, there's the holding point. This is Alpha 403. Let's go and arm the spoilers. Auto brake to max. Cabin can be dinged and donged. Flaps to take off, so there they travel to config 1+F. And we'll let them travel just a second. Almost finished. We'll do that takeoff config check and we'll get going. Now, takeoff config check is normal. Let's go and grab some lights. That can come on. That can go on. We're all good to rock and roll. So let's we'll go line up. Look at the sunset, that looks pretty cool. There we go. I think we are we're definitely good to go, I reckon. So V speeds 132, 139, climb nav 1FD2, 5000 blue for the first kind of 7 miles, then it's up to flight level 360 according to the departure brief. And auto brake, if it would stay at max, would be useful. Autobrake max, signs are on, cabins are advised, spoilers are armed, flaps are at config 1+F. Takeoff config is normal, ECAM memos, takeoff, and no blue. Let's go to Molde. There's 50% M1. There is 2 clicks forward. Manflex 53 SRS runway. Auto thrust is armed and blue. As we take off into the Norwegian sunset. There's 100 knots. There's V1 and rotate, up we go. It's a positive climb, the gear's coming up. We say see you later to Kristiansand. Now there's lever climb. Thrust climb, climb nav, 5,000 blue, so 7 miles. Once we reach Charlie November 400, if we recall, according to the departure brief, it is 5,000 feet at Charlie November 400, climb to cruise level, as stated in the flight plan. So it's going to be flight level 360 for the cruise, so let's maybe we're going to put it in. .360's in. And we'll get ready to retract the flaps. There's the S-speed coming up. We're above that now. Flaps can be retracted. And we'll disarm the spoilers. How is that for a sunset takeoff? Pretty cool. So yeah, we wouldn't have quite made 6,000 feet before we got to that point, so it may as well have been 3.6 from the beginning, to be fair. Let's get rid of the throttle cam. And yeah, this is the route now. We're going to go over some high terrain very quickly on this way out, up to Tipso. So we go MPAP, and then we got 4,300 here, and then up to Tipso. Only 20 minutes? No, we got according to the overlay, that's showing about an hour. Showing about an hour's flight time. Arrival 1843, and we got an hour and 3 minutes, it reckons. I'm guessing once we get to our cruise level, that'll come down just a little bit as we speed up. Let's pull standard. There we go. Gets pretty cold quite quickly up here in Norway. No snow down on the ground a few miles back, but as soon as we get a bit higher and further forward, we've got a bit more snow and ice coming in. But yeah, the arrival into Molde should be something quite special, because it's not the easiest arrivals. You see the terrain. We're going to come over all of this in a bit. You see clearance limit no lower than 5,800. There's a runway in between terrain as well. And we're doing the ILS whiskey, so you can see what we're going to come over. We have this little gap in between these two bits of terrain. Terrain on the left still, and then more terrain on the way down. And then all the way in. Borfreak, it is A320neo, the latest experimental version by fly-by-wire. Looks pretty cool. You have a question. Put the weather to real weather. In your country it's a storm, but the game is clear. Why is storm? I think, to be honest, I think live weather is a bit hit and miss half the time. I think it doesn't necessarily work how it should do there has been bugs with live weather as well. So that could be a reason why. There's 10,000 feet. Let's get the lights off. And should we let the passengers out? Are we stable enough? We've got a bit of a tailwind. We're not bumping around, so passengers can get themselves going for a little look around. But yeah, I think Sitka, the live weather is not correct, because when we took off earlier on in Molde, there was snow covering the runway. Yet the weather up there is the weather up in Molde was not. See, it's still 6 degrees up there as well, Cav OK, and it was 14 degrees earlier on. Yet there was still snow and ice everywhere. You can use what's it called, Rex Weather Force, if you want to use a weather engine for MSFS. It does cost money though. I'm not sure how much it costs. I do have it. Let's have a quick look. We go to what would be under store, and you have utilities. So Rex Weather Force would be the one you'd want to use if you're going to use one, but it is 26 US, 24 euros, or 20 English pounds if you want to get that. No, exactly, Bo Freak. The real weather is it's not behaving itself at all. Not behaving. Because as I showed earlier on, like I said, the arrival we're doing tonight is, where's it gone? There it is. If we have a look at this, this is what we should be doing. We're going to come in from this direction over here. That is runway 07. And all of this earlier on was frozen. I know it's middle of March still, but even still, at 14 degrees, I can't see the whole ocean being frozen up. And all of this was covered in snow. So yeah, I don't think live weather is actually doing any good. What is Streamlabs doing? Spamming the chat yet again. One 183 for 360. Got a bit of proximate traffic there. I'm not sure why that reckons there's traffic closer that it's not concerned about, yet traffic that's over 60 miles away and descending, it reckons there's proximate traffic. That'll disappear shortly. Yo, Dan, buddy, how's it going? Just wind that out a little bit. We should have a look at the arrival. We're going to put in the top of descent marker as well. So, our BT 3 Lima is what we're doing. So we're going to come in at a BT not below flight level 140, then 10,000 feet. And then over on 6,000 feet, VAP up 5,800 feet. And the platform altitude. So it's 4.6 at VEXAP and then 3.8 at Big Do. So we'll put the first restriction, we'll put a BT in not below flight level 140, then we've got 20 miles down to Arnhem. So that's 10,200 feet of terrain. So we're going to come over 10,400 here. So it's very high stuff. Then within 25 miles of the airport, MSA is 7,200 all around pretty much. So we should have a look at... let's aim to be at a BT, let's say flight level... It's really nice. Look, I mean, it's you can't beat that for a bit of sunset, can you, Boa Freak? Can't beat that at all. Absolutely awesome. What was we doing? Oh yes, the arrival. So we are 20 miles. So look, so yeah, 20 miles, 34 miles to be 34 and 8. What's that? 42. 42 miles to be 5,800 feet from a BT or ET even. So 20, 34, yeah, 42 miles. 42. So we could. So if we're here at flight level 200, then we'll start the descent down to, yeah, flight level 200 here, and start that descent down to 5,800 feet. And then we can turn fan off that. We can come from here 5,800 feet and then down to 4,600 feet here, and then 3.8 by Big Do, which is here. That's the plan. So first restriction, we will put in 20,000 feet. You've been in the 320 Neo, oh, from Swiss. I've flown them quite a few times with EasyJet and once and twice, sorry, with British Airways. Let's go here and here, and we'll put in our BT. The BT's in there. We're going to be at flight level 200. We're cruising at 16,000 feet, 1632, 48 miles we need for that bit of the descent. Let's pop that in. 48 mile ring. There's our topper drop, or our initial descent. But I think the A380, I would love to be on the A380, no doubt. As soon as it comes out for MSFS by fly-by-wire, we'll be straight in flying that. I'd love to get on one in real life, to be honest, but I've got nowhere to, I've got no real need to go and fly one. But yeah, definitely, if I can get on one in real life anywhere, I would get on one. Yeah, 6,000 feet to go to reach our cruise level. Not going to be long. We're not going to have long at the cruise before we start coming back down again. You spotted one Heathrow. Yeah, I bet there's loads going to Heathrow, though, isn't there? There's you got British Airways, Qatar. You got Singapore, Thai. All into Heathrow. But yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, I'll be on one. If I could get one in real life, and I had a purpose to actually go on one instead of just because I wanted to, then I'd definitely be on one. The arrival's going to be pretty much straight in once we get there. Top of drop is not too. It's not much out of the way arrival, but it's a rather tricky one due to that terrain we have to go over on the way in. Slightly different route back to earlier on as well. So we jump down here. See, there we are. On the way down, we flew from here. We flew literally right down the west coast. Bergen, and then straight in. This time we're cutting right across the middle of the western part of Norway. And then up, we made that right hand turn in. You can see what we're going to be doing. That's a bit better picture of the terrain around. So yeah, the runway is right on the edge of this. What is that? I guess it's fjord, river type thing. They're called Norwegian fjords, aren't they? So yeah, straight in, right hand turn. I'm gonna come here, and ideally the approach is going to take us out to this point where we make that right turn to come on the localizer and back in. But while we'll do that, let's go and have a quick check of actually, let's put in the extended center line as well. Echo November, Mike Lima 03, and the reciprocal runway is going to be, sorry, 07250. It's going to be 07. Try again. Echo November, Mike, Lima 07, and then 250. Cool, that should be. There's our extended center line. Yeah, I've never been in a 747. Never been in one. Been in the Dreamliner 787. 787-900, which is rather cool. Yeah, I flew in the TUI 787. We are just approaching our cruise level now. Should say Mac Outstar. There is Mac Outstar, and then Mac Out Cruise. There we go, Mac Out Cruise, where we'll stay for the next. How far have we got? Let's have a look. Not far. It's just over 60 miles before our top of descent. Because I've got, if you just give me 2 seconds, I just need to quickly nip to the bathroom. So I'll just pop you in the be right back screen. I'll be back in just 2 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. Should have really gone before we started, but pretty cool, right? Let's jump back in the flight deck. The more interesting things of the flight. Less than 40 miles now, so that initial descent's going to be flight level 200 shortly. Just tidy up these charts. Don't need that one or that one, and we don't need ILS whiskey either. As we're going to do the X-ray arrival. So, as we briefed before, flight level 200. Then we're going to start coming down to 5,800. We've got enough miles to start that descent. We definitely do not want to be too low coming down here. But as you can see, we can be at flight level 100. Then 6,000 feet between these 2 points. We can quite happily start coming down to that as well. So that's what we'll try and do that. We'll see what happens. But beware the terrain below us, because we don't have a working, obviously, terrain radar is in op still in the fly-by-wire mod. Hopefully it will come at some point sooner rather than later, but yeah, at the minute, no terrain radar, which would have been very useful for this arrival, because you do not want to be scraping your undercarriage along the top of those, do you? So it's still chasing that sun. It's still not set yet, so it should be a nice arrival in. So let's go and set 200 up here. Just ready for that. For us to cross that blue dash line. We can do a quick, while we're waiting for that top of the descent to come in, we'll do a quick flick through the systems pages, make sure everything's behaving properly. So fuel used, we've used 1.4 tons pretty much. We took 6.2, so 1, 5.9 plus 4, yeah, 6.2 in a bit, which is good. Bleed page, everything's looking good on there. Pressure, cabin altitude is stable, 6,950 feet. Vertical speed obviously goes to level 0. The diff is 8.1 and both of the valves are shut. Electric page, we got DC essential, AC essential, and we got 400 hertz, 115 volts in Gen 1 and pretty much the same in Gen 2. Hydraulics, 3,000 on the blue, green and yellow, and well within their respective levels. Fuel, as we said, we've used 1.5 tons. We've got 4.9 left, and they're balanced in the wings. APU should be off, which it is. In the cabin, nice and toasty. The doors, no one have tried to jump out, so they're all shut still. Wheels are still there. Flight controls doing what they're doing. 1.4 degrees pitch up trim, and system status is normal, which is good. So, 32 minutes after we push back from the gate, we're going to start our descent in 5 miles. And then we'll go and grab the latest weather into Molde and get that in the McDo as well. A little bit of turbulence now off these mountains. 23 knots kind of crosswind from behind as well. So 15 knots, 16 knot tailwind, and then we got a bit of crosswind as well. So there is our top of drop. Let's pull that. Thrust idle, open descent. 200 blue. And we'll go and put in, actually we're going to put in the progress page. Let's just pop in OBT, just to make sure we're not going to be too low. $45 miles, and we're going to get the let's get the weather in. So what have we got? 6 degrees, 1034, 01, 0 at 10. 0, 1, 0 at 10 knots. 6 degrees outside. 103. What was it? 1034 for the QNH. And let's grab the we'll grab the barrow ref off here as well. So what we missed, approach gradient maximum minimum 4 degree climb. If we miss it, we should be fine with that. 445, and if you see if we only got 2.5% climb, we would need to be at 1,010 minimums. But yeah, we can do 445. I can go in there as well. So VAP at 132, VLS 127, landing config will be full. Flaps at 147, slats 190, clean speed is 211. We'll just keep that on the progress page for now. See how we're doing. 35 miles to lose. 30. Sorry, yeah, we need 31 miles. And we got 34 miles, so we're doing well for that. And in total we got 75 miles left to run. And there's the sun just about to set now. There it is. Away it goes. And there's the Earth shadow. Yo, Milk666, welcome along, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Following across on Trovo. Welcome along, buddy. Hope you're doing well. There we are. So, 24 miles now to lose. 7,000 feet, 7.3 is 21, we need 21 miles, we've got 24 miles, so it's still looking pretty good. How's it going, Milk? How's your Sunday been? One or two little lumps and bumps now off these mountains. Still can't beat a bit of that though, can you? One or two little villages popping up now in between the huge crevices in these mountains. Wow. You can imagine winter being rather brutal if you lived in one of these valleys, couldn't you? Absolutely brutal. Dim that down a bit. Still looking good. We need to be anywhere above 10,000 feet, so we're going to be well above that. And then we're going to start the rest of that descent very soon. If I look on the map and the charts now, there we are. We're coming in here. We're going to start going down to to 6,000 feet pretty much by Uvron. Be the plan, and we'll just check also the ILS is tuned 109.75, and we're looking for Mike Lima as the ident. Radnav, Mike Lima 109.75. Final course is going to be 070 degrees, which it is quite nicely. So we've got 2,000 to go. And I think with these lumps and bumps, we'll have the passengers sat down as well. I mean, if that doesn't look good, I don't know what does. That it looks absolutely awesome, doesn't it? Let's just jump out the front a minute. Look how cool that looks. You can see some more little villagers coming in now. The lights from the street lighting. Super cool. There we go. There's flight level 200 bang on at Obiti. So what we'll do is we'll be gentle with the descent. We'll come down now to flight level 100. And we'll put that in thrust idle open descent for now. We have total mileage to run now is about 45. It's going to be 45 miles to the threshold, I'd have thought. Let's just put it in so we can work it out. Echo, November, Mike, Lima, 07. We have, 43 miles left to run. 19,000 feet, so that's 60 miles left roughly. So yeah, we just keep coming down now. We should be pretty good. If we do have an issue, we can use this extended center line, but we need to be aware of the terrain after it. We do have some over here if we need to extend that, but we could, if need be. We have plenty of gaps over here, water-wise, with no terrain. We can come off. As long as we're above 3,500 feet over here, we can vector ourselves very carefully past this. 4,900. So yeah, just need to make sure that we're well on profile, not too high really, and also not too fast. I think we might have a little bit of speed brake just to help out. I think I just want to be a little bit lower than we are currently. I think would be very useful. Not much, but just a little bit lower. And that speed brake will just help us out to achieve that. So yeah, that'll do. Never be afraid of using your speed brake, I reckon. You don't need to if you need to use it, you need to use it. We'll just keep that out just a little bit longer. Should be able to see it. There it is. Nice one, Bo Freak. Thank you for sticking around. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. It's an awesome arrival. I mean, just look at that. Quite a bit nose down as well. We're getting a good rate of descent. Please don't crash. Thank you. Some massive stutters in this at the minute. I don't know why. Jump back in the flight deck anyway. Last thing we want is some stutters on approach. Right, speed brake can go away for now. We're now coming down to 6,000 feet. So we'll keep that going. So we've got 12 miles. Let's look, 12 miles. So 6 sixes, 36. We may still be a little bit high. That speed brake and come back out. Actually looking at it, I think we are a little bit... We're kind of underestimated, or overestimated the descent, really. However, as long as we're no lower than 5,800 by VABOP, then we should be good. And we'll start to slow down shortly as well. There is 10,000 feet, so let's go and grab the lights. Seatbelt signs are already on, so that's good. You think the landing is minus 50? Wow. Well, hopefully I won't disappoint. Actually, good point. Runway length. What we got runway length here? Not long. 2,221 meters. And we have to backtrack to come back as well, so... Yeah. Not a long runway. So, with that in mind, let's have auto brake medium for this arrival. I think it'll be good. Height-wise, let's just keep coming down. 5,800. Definitely a bit bumpy now. 33, 34 knots. 150. That could be doable. What did we do in the last one? I forgot what we did on the one this afternoon. 177 was the one on the way down. 177. So it weren't too far off. Wasn't too far off. Right, let's get the ILS up. 25 miles. Lock. We want to be well on this arrival, well under control. I'm also going to start to slow us down a bit further as well. If we can get rid of these stutters, that would be very nice. Performance. I'm going to activate that approach phase now. We aren't doing too bad now. The profiles come back. We are 8,000 feet to... let's get the QNH right. We don't want to be too high or too low. Yeah, 8,600 now to 5,800. Maybe I'll do a butt land. Well, you never know. You never know. Runway is over here. Pretty much going to go up and around. There's a glide slope. So, let's have a quick look where we are. It's getting quite exciting now. There we go. You can see where we are. To VABOP. There it is. 5,800 feet. And after that, 4.6 and then 3.8. So hopefully this should all tie in nicely now, I'd have thought. There's a runway. So next is 4,600. 18 miles. 7,000 feet, 21 miles, so about 3... Yeah, we could do with an extra 3 miles really, but I think that should tie in, hopefully quite nicely. But keep an eye out. Very close to this terrain now. Very close. If you're a passenger, would you be scared? Let's have a quick look. That's not the right button. Oh, look at that. Very cool. Very cool. No, you would like to hope, Borfreet, that your pilot would know what they were doing. It's definitely an awesome landing. Where's the other side view at? That one? There it is. Should be quite cool, because we're going to make a right-hand turn in a minute, so... Should be pretty... I mean, look at this. There it is. There's a runway as well. Right, let's get back in. Glide slope. Oh, we're on the glide slope now as well, are we? That's pretty cool. Right, let's take flaps. Don't want to be fast. We are slightly high. Lockstar glide slope. And let's see what damage we can cause. So 5,000 feet, 5 3s are 15. We've got 15.3 miles. So we have made the that quite happily. Auto brake is medium for the arrival. We're on flaps 1. Just set the go around altitude is going to be turn right 2,600, 4,000 feet. 4,000, yeah, 4,000 feet is set. Let's have flap 2. Lock and glide slope, 4,000 white. Flap 2, slowing down nicely. 12 miles left to run. Barry Fox scared. Yeah. Nope. Pro pilot, pro simmer. Pro streamer. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure at what's the outside temperature now? +7. I'm pretty sure all this water would not be frozen in real life. I don't think it would be. Like I said, I checked this out yesterday. It was 14, 15 degrees up here. So I'm pretty sure that would have... I could be wrong, but I don't think it would be this frozen. So yeah, we'll keep 170 just for a little bit longer. We'll stay at flaps 2. We do have 2 whites, 2 reds, 3 whites, 1 red. Not too bad. That's worked out quite nicely, to be fair. And also the music's quite apt now for to call Sailing South. Quite apt music for this arrival now, I reckon. Seven miles, let's have flap 3. Seven miles left. There we are. Six miles, gear down and flat full. Let's we'll arm the spoilers. We'll also go ding dong the cabin crew. So I think we're set. Go around the set 4,000 feet, gears down, the signs are on. The cabin has been advised, we've got spoilers armed, flaps are full. ECAMMO's landing, no blue. But that is pretty awesome looking. There we are, look at that. So 52 minutes from pushback, we're just about there. So remember, there's no taxiway off. We will have to backtrack on the way in to for the taxi. There's the outer marker. There's 1,000 feet. 3 knot headwinds, nothing too exciting. Sunset's pretty much gone. For a freak, yeah, it has. Nice and dark, but it does look pretty cool. So we have got auto brake medium for this.
100 above. 500.
Not a very long runway. Not a very long runway at all. 2,200 meters.
Minimum
Minimums continue.
400. 300. 200. 100.
Oh, don't stutter now.
50.
Oh, what a time for
40.
a stutter.
30. 30.
Get down. Get down. What are you doing to me, plane?
20. Retard.
Oh my god.
10. 5.
Yeah. Rouser. There you are. That's what MSFS can do to you with its stutter. Jeez. And it's still doing it now. The flare was there, Rube, but the stutter was the killer. I'm not entirely sure what is up with my sim tonight. It's not happy. We are down just in one piece after all of that for the arrival as well. That was pretty crap. Thank you, MSFS, and your stuttering. I'm not sure what's wrong. Like I said, I flew this yesterday and it was perfectly fine. You can see it stopped again. Look at this. Wow. Anyway, so out of all of that, what was the landing rate then? Was it any good in the end? Cheers, Boar Freak. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Shame the landing was a bit dodge. However, when the sim is acting up, there's not much I could have done about that, I don't think. I even think if I tried the go around, it wouldn't have quite worked properly. Still stuttering. Right, anyway, where's our exit? We've got a little bit left to taxi now. The sim doesn't crash. It's not happy. Yeah, but when you change it to DirectX, yeah, I'm still on DirectX 11 or DX11. It's just not. I should have gone around. To be fair, Bo Freak, that was not a stable approach, but I think that was more of a sim issue than me. In settings and with DX11 you don't have any. Yeah, I didn't have them yesterday, but I did annoyingly I did a Windows update earlier on, and that's only seemed to have happened since I've done that update. So I wonder whether that's something to do with it. Right, here comes Echo. Let's see if we can get ourselves at least off the runway. We can see where we're going. We did land. What was the landing rate? Did you see what it popped up as? Look, see, not even the nose wheel steering's working properly. Nothing's working properly. What is going on? 217 out. Well, could be worse. However, let's get some of these off. Taxi, that can come off. APU's on. See if we can see a parking stand anywhere. We'll have a quick look at Volanta anyway after this, just see what that reckons we did. Let's have stand 2. We'll go straight through this gas truck. If we can even get it lined up. Jeez. The stutters come right at the wrong time, don't they? Look at that. I can't even move now. Look at this. I'm going to leave that there. I can't control that any further. Parking brakes on. I think I may have to have a quick look at my settings and stuff in a bit after this, but there we are. Right, APU's on. We'll let it fire up. Let's have a 248, was it? Let's we'll end the flight on there. Sometimes it can be a bit different on 252, so pretty much the same. Annoyingly. This is where we can check out. I mean, after all of that, such an awesome arrival. Nice continuous descent. And then the sim throws up that issue. Look how much of the runway we actually used. There's the threshold. Touchdown zone. Look where we touched down. Look at that. Not even on it, really. 3/4 of the length. Even missing the touchdown zones there was a go around in its own right, to be honest with you. That was a go around just by missing that, however. We are down at Borfreak. Thank you ever so much for sticking around and watching that as well. But yeah, I'm not sure why we're getting the stutters, but we are. So I'm going to try and sort that out afterwards. But the APU is available, so let's go and shut this down. Let's, if we can. Engine 2. Engine 1 is dead. Come on, there we go. Good stuff. Even the mouse is not, the mouse, everything is trying to open up. What is it doing? Holy moly. Right. Engines are off. Let's get, that can come off. That can come off. That can be off. 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 Off and off. Seatbelt sign can come off. Let's get rid of the passengers. And we'll open the doors up. Baggage, external power, after all catering. Bofreak, not sure if you want to be a member or if you want to join the Discord. I do post in there every time and every day that I am going to fly and stream. So if you hit exclamation mark, oh Barry, cheers buddy. It was a really nice flight, apart from that little last bit at the end. Really nice flight. See if we can get some steps. There we go. But yeah, Borfreak, if you type exclamation mark Discord in the chat, come and join the Discord, and that I literally put, like I said, I post in there every day, at least maybe it's half an hour before we are going to stream, about when we're streaming, where we're streaming, what we're flying, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, hop along and join in there, and at least you'll be up to date of when we're going to be going to do some exciting stuff. But we do need to bring out, like I said last time, we need to bring out the CRJ shortly again for another flight around. But yeah, we crashed into the fuel truck. We're not straight, but I couldn't. Nose wheel steering wasn't working properly either, so I think we'll just leave it like that, like my missus parking at Tesco. Right, let's go now. We'll go and shut this down now. The engines are off, or maybe not. I think that might be the sim. Oh, is the sim knackered? Oh, almost. Almost knackered. Let's go and get something turned off. Fuel pumps. Fuel pumps off. External power off. APU bleed off. Let the APU wind itself down. And we can turn the IRSs off as well. And that should in a second when the APU cools down or winds down. It is off, isn't it? Yeah. All off. And we can turn the batteries off as well. And there we go, guys. Well, anyway, welcome down to Molde in some sort of fashion. Cheers, Bro Freak. I'll see your notification in a minute or two when we finish up. But guys, thank you for coming along on Sunday night. That was part 2. We flew down from Molde down to Kristiansand earlier on, and we're just flown back now from Kristiansand back up to Molde with Norwegian. This is the ORBX scenery for Molde as well. Not a very big airport, but it's nice scenery, much better than the default stuff that comes with MSFS. And if you want to grab it, it wasn't too expensive, about £8 or €10 depending on whatever your currency is. Well worth a look out on ORBX Central. But guys, thank you ever so much for coming along this evening. Barry, Boa Freak, Rube, everyone else that came in. Also Milk across on Trovo. And everybody else that nipped in and followed and subbed as well this evening. Thank you ever so much. It is greatly appreciated. Do enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, depending on where in the world you are living. And I will see you all in a live stream very, very soon. But for now, thanks for joining, guys. Take care, and I will see you on the next one.